Hey guys, this is Mistress Nightmare, and today we'll be reading chapter 5 of Don't Go to Sleep, a Jeff the Killer love story. If you guys want more creepypasta fanfictions out there, please hit that like button, comment, subscribe to this channel if you guys want more creepypasta fanfictions out there. Until then, let's get started. Meeting Ben. It was around 1:30 in the morning when I finally started to drift to sleep. It felt so weird and uneasy with Jeff not being here. He would be in my room so often that I actually started turning into a thing, which is surprisingly I didn't mind. I began to see swirls of red and black, beginning to hear those eerie voices again. The words that swam through my ears were like nails on a chalkboard, unpleasant and painful. They continued to grow louder and more frequent to the point where I was screaming, begging them to stop. But all of a sudden, the voices stopped, and all I could hear was complete silence. "Don't listen to those voices, Alex. You're stronger than they are," a familiar voice said. I began to scan the area to find the location of the voice where it's coming from. Then I found Jeff. "Jeff?" "You can beat her," Jeff said firmly. "Her? Who is her?" I looked around confused. "Don't allow the voices to get louder. Don't fear them either. She's feeding off your fear and what makes her stronger. I don't want to lose you, Alex. Stay strong. Don't fear her." Jeff began walking closer to me. I took a step back, fearing that it might be a trick or something in my mind. But once again, he was close enough. He took my hand and held it tightly. At the moment, I knew it was him. "Don't be afraid. I'm here to protect you, remember?" My eyes widened, and I began to smile. He took my hand and rubbed it with his thumb. We gazed into each other's eyes as he began to smile slightly, which made my face burn up and my heart race. I began slowly to lean in as we were inches away from each other's lips. Then he stopped. He froze. As I noticed this, I began to get worried and a bit confused. Then startled to see red pupils forming in the middle of his chest. Then he collapsed to the ground. I held him down, holding him into my arms. His eyes were shut. "Jeff? Jeff? Jeff!" I raised my voice as I began to shake him slightly. Tried to wake him up. Then I noticed my clothes were dripping of blood on them. My whole hand up to my elbow was covered in blood. His blood. My face lit up in shock, and then I heard the evil laughter again. "Take a good, long look. This is your future, my little flower. To be powerful, to rule and kill whoever gets in our way." The eerie dark voice from the ball spoke. "No, this isn't my future. I'm not afraid of you," I yelled, tears streaming down my face. "Really? Then why are you crying, Flower? Are you scared of him dying? Thanks to him, your fate is sealed, and I will return." The voice laughed evilly. "Leave me alone, and leave him alone," I shouted, sounding angrily. "Mind Freak is coming for you, and I'm coming for you, little flower." The laugh grew louder and louder all of a sudden. I rose from the bed screaming, and I saw someone in front of my bed. my face screaming as well. The figure jumped back again to trip over or trample around the room, knocking things to the floor. The figure came over to me and held my mouth shut. Take it easy, hon. It's only a dream. Now, when I let you go of your mouth, I need you to stay quiet, so I can at least tell you why I'm here. Got it? The figure said as I nodded my head for the form of yes. He then let go of my mouth. Now, let's shed some light on this little subject. He snapped his fingers and the lights were on. I saw a young boy with blonde hair, dressed in a green, with a belt, with a long hat and pointy ears, and his eyes were black with black pools and red pupils. I seen you before. You're one of those things I saw in my dreams, I said. The name is Ben Drown, hun, and I am well aware of your certain circumstances of involving your dreams. Jeff sent me here to watch over you for the night, and I can definitely see why, Ben said. Wait, you know what, Jeff? I'm guessing you're one of the members of the Creepypasta gang he mentioned. Correct. I am actually Jeff's best friend, so tell me, what happened in your dream that caused you to jump and scream like that? I began to explain my dream to Ben, and he looked a bit intrigued. Well, no wonder you're having these nightmares. She's building up strength coming back, Ben said simply. She? Ben, I want to know who this she is. Better yet, who is Mind Freak? I asked. Jeff hasn't told you? He looked at me confused. No, he's been avoiding the question. Well, I might as well explain these dreams. Starting to get worse. Ben explained the story of Mind Freak. Mind Freak was a member of the Creepypasta gang 10 years ago. She had the ability to move, communicate, basically do anything with the powers of her mind. 5 years ago, into the gang of hers and the gang's boss, Slenderman, began to form a relationship in which he gave her a bit of power over the whole gang. She took that power a little too far. She began to make changes, making punishments far worse than normal punishment for the gangs, which was received. Soon enough, the members of the gang began to disappear. Most of the members started suspecting Mind Freak did something to them, in which way they were correct. It wasn't until the day they discovered Mind Freak controlling the covered in blood and Smile Dog dead by her feet. She started that he was being disobedient and he needed to be punished, but the cost of her getting banished to the underworld. Rumors began to spread, saying some of the members are still free, feel her presence, that she's managing to escape into a body of a human. From the last couple of years, the gang members have been looking out for any possible signs of Mind Freak's magic. Soon enough, the rumors led to rest, but it was about 2 years ago. Now that I met you, the rumors are true, Ben said, explaining everything. I started to feel shock, a little overwhelmed. So you're saying that there is a monster literally living inside my head? I said, shock. Pretty much, but she's been living in your mind ever since you started having those nightmares. You were starting to get a little worried about all this. Ben noticed my wrist was broken. It seems like you had a little accident. Yeah, I guess so. I looked down. Then Ben walked over to me and took my hand and put it over his. Let me fix it for now, shall we? Then he began to glow a dark green color. Soon, my wrist started to heal. The cost began to disappear as well. The glow on his hand dimmed and down and let go of my wrist. How did you do that? I asked, surprised. Amazing what a simple healing spell can do. I picked up a few tricks from my home world. Plus, the creepypasta members can use magic. So we have spell books I can read from time to time again. Ben said, "Thank you," I muttered. Ben began to walk to the edge of the window and sat down, bringing his leg and wrapped it over one of his arms over it. Well, we better got 2 hours before the sun rises. What do you want to do? Ben asked. I began to think about what exactly I and Ben should do. How about a card game? I asked. Sure, Ben smiled. Ben pulled out cards from his pocket and we began to play a game of poker. The two of us had surprisingly a good time, enjoying each other's company. It really took my mind off the nightmare I had. Meeting one of Jeff's friends, I thought it was be a scary experience, due to the fact that they were members of a gang of monsters. But I started to realize maybe they aren't so bad as I thought. There are some good monsters out there, but sometimes something else will hit you by the story of Mind Freak's imprisonment. If I manage to defeat Mind Freak and she is gone, what will happen to the relationship of me and Jeff? And Ben will be like, will they still be around? Or will they leave because Mind Freak is no longer a problem? It seems they're only here because of me, and they need to destroy Mind Freak. That was the very thought running through my head at some point. Maybe Jeff was lying to me the entire time about protecting me from all those noises. Nothing coming less from a serial killer. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. I'm glad. If you want more Ben Drowned love stories, check out the playlist that will be popping up soon. Also, if you want any more fanfictions narrations, please check out my other channel, Reading with Blade, which has multiple fanfictions up already. If you are interested in the Yowie experience, check out Tyler O'Connell's channel if you want to go there. But note that channel is only 18 and up. I've been listening to Tyler's stories and I'm addicted to them. Until then, bye guys!